supposed to be here, so we're just
say a couple like test words.
Like what?
Like
Words.
Testing, 1, 2, 3.
What's up?
No, you gotta go a little louder.
Oh, louder. Oh,
Loud.
jeez.
Pretend you're speaking to someone at the door.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, I mean,
Good.
Okay.
One more time.
Hey, how's it going?
Okay, good. All right.
Did it catch?
We're looking good. Cool. All right, let's pour it up. Welcome to the show. You're on it tonight.
we got tequila.
Suckers.
Let's try the urine.
That's how that happens.
This is made with real mule urine.
What do you know?
Plus, I'm mixing it with your other stuff, so it's gonna have.
Ah, that's fine.
It's gonna be even
That's
more.
a thick.
Yeah.
That's a really thick first
Wow.
bite.
I don't know why you guys are such critics.
Y'all are suckers.
Why is it going
Jeez.
glug glug when you're
I
pouring?
know, I heard that. Thank you.
It's,
I didn't even like bring a
What's
cigar
up,
or
Larry
anything.
Adams? Oh, I got you.
Oh,
Juanita Burns, by the way.
I don't know. I've never had this.
no, you haven't.
No.
No one's had it.
Oh,
Yeah, these won't be available maybe this year.
okay.
These
And
don't
you
even have
get
these-
one.
Can I get a V cut on it?
No.
Well, how about a cutter that has a V
Fine.
on it?
Fine.
See, look at.
You can get a straight
That's
cut
a
with a
V.
V.
Oh, huh. Yeah.
Let me show you how sharp it is. I'm gonna cut the tip of your finger off,
Yeah.
and you won't even
117.
feel it.
117.
No, it's something I would do.
See, look at that. Isn't that cool? It cuts from the side, so it comes in from the side instead of the edge.
Huh. Okay.
It's technical.
Yeah.
Frames per second. Everything's looking good on that side. I don't think we're gonna have any tech issues.
Gosh.
No tech issues.
I'm not even dressed for it. I'm all like,
I was gonna say something about that, but no.
Well, you got the catch off the logo.
oh, which one?
What?
This one?
Whip your
I was
logo
gonna show
out.
this one out.
Hotel.
Adrian and Kathleen. You know how part of the family Larry Adams is, if he already knows.
Yeah.
It's Kathleen on the show, and we're still on a timer. So
Oh wow.
30. We're at 30 seconds. You ready? You excited?
No.
Oh, here, take a shot real quick.
Oh,
It's
okay.
funny how people think that this is all planned.
Cheers. Oh,
Really?
yeah. That's nice.
You like that?
I do like it.
He asked him Adrian was asking him more
You don't
than
like
no
it?
more.
Oh, 2,
Yeah.
1, bam. Here we are. That was close to us just sitting on a black screen.
What's up?
What's happening?
Hey!
Hey.
Tuesday.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah. That's how it starts.
I don't know. What do I do?
What?
I mean, I
Don't
know
do
what
that.
y'all do. I
Like
don't want you
Steve
to
Miller.
hurt
I
me.
couldn't believe Steve Miller. That was his first high five.
He had
ever.
never given a high five.
huh.
I don't
Yeah.
know. That's.
He came
He's a
in
hip
soft.
guy.
He
He came in soft. He's
He had
a
a soft
kind-hearted
hand.
guy.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
had a soft.
Everyone, welcome. This is Cigar Talk Live. This is our Tuesday get together where we get to sit with beautiful people and share it with you, beautiful people, as we fire up sticks. We bring out our tequila. We take drinks together. We tell stories. We ask questions, and we learn. And importantly, we get to interact with you. So be sure to like, comment, share the whole nine. Ask questions. I'm starting to get somewhere on this intro.
Yeah.
You really are, and then it's a
And then I
slippery
just
slope
stopped from there.
straight to the bottom.
JD, what's up? Frank, what's up? Chris, Remy Thomas, what's up?
I'm gonna share this to
Please go share this. I'm going to share it myself. How about that?
ICC members and newbies. And,
I've already got it on newbies.
well, it's on there twice.
While you're going to be triple sharing and pulling a Ron Hancock right now,
Yeah,
yeah.
Just here to help.
what I will do is I will introduce our guest of honor for this evening. She's been planning on this the entire evening.
Yep.
This is Kathleen Barunda, the miss of Miss Cigars and Guns.
Wow. I like
I'm saying I'm keeping
No,
miss
I like it.
just in case some guys want to take a run. That's-
Hey, I like it.
so,
Yeah.
Kathleen,
Yeah.
what's up? You fired your cigar already?
Yeah.
We didn't do this yet.
Yeah. Not yet.
Oh,
Pops is going with a thick home
Oh.
We're
pour.
with a big pour here.
Yeah.
You guys,
Cheers.
cheers,
Cheers.
everybody.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. Tuesday night, favorite night of the night. I told you this before. y'all have heard it, but this is my night to hang out with my two favorite people at ICC.
Oh, wow.
But this,
You're in there too. You're in top 10.
yeah, there's a few more people in the Frakes family,
But the favorites, yes,
Yeah,
you heard it.
definitely.
Yes.
You heard it here first.
None of them
Kathleen
will
and
watch it.
Dave are his favorite two people at ICC.
Whatever.
Oh my gosh.
Will you spare me a little light here real quick over here as we get ourselves situated? This is going to be a fantastic show. I'm
Yeah.
really excited. Coming off the heels of the Derby, I'm starting to get some life back in, a little bit of color back in,
Yeah.
and it just feels good to have it done successfully, but done.
It was fun.
Thank
It
you for
was.
coming, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This, I mean, you were over there looking like, I don't know, Clint Eastwood or some shit.
Wow.
I don't know,
Clint Eastwood.
maybe a ranchero or something. I don't know. What I could have gone either way. Yeah.
Yeah, you were.
Derby, fucking mariachi. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie Mariachi Gringo? Watch it. Watch it. You'll like it.
I've seen El Mariachi.
El Mariachi. It's a little bit different. Yeah, it's a little different.
Is it
This one-
subtitled?
No, it's all like,
Oh, okay.
it's all in English.
Okay.
Marty Upton coming in. The Derby was a great time. I just want to just toss this out there. If you have a question or a direction, or importantly a topic that you want us to take off running like squirrels,
Yeah, and you know, one of the fastest growing groups maybe on the internet today
Ever.
is cigar newbies. We're approving anywhere from 5 to 10 people that are coming in every day that went in. They don't all make it, but I'm getting a lot of. There's qualifying questions.
Yep.
And there are a lot of people that are out there. I'm sharing this on Newbies, so hopefully there's some newbies out there. We are Industrial Cigar Company in Frisco, Texas, and we are the creators of and the administrators of the Cigar Newbies page. So it's really designed to have a safe place for you to ask any question, no matter how new you are, and we're going to answer it with utter respect.
How about this?
Yeah.
Did you see? Have you been paying attention on what motion is on that page right now?
A ton.
Yeah.
A guy asked about sharing with pairing with champagne today.
Yes.
Do you know who responded to him?
Yes, Darren.
Darren Chaffee.
Yeah.
I saw the same thing, and I was like, what other group do you see an owner of a successful, super high-end brand answer a question like that? And of course, he's going to peddle his own cigars, right?
But that's
But makes
Yeah,
sense.
but that's what it was blended for.
Yeah,
so
for sure.
why not get an idea of what is going to pair with champagne?
Yeah.
What better place than the guy who blended a cigar to go with champagne?
Yeah.
So
I think they're just. It's unfortunate that some people's only view of the cigar world are all these big box, the big box movers,
yeah.
the big brands, and they see this brand name. They maybe, let's just throw out Cohiba and some of these other names. They're just big brand names. You see them everywhere, and then all of a sudden you think, I'm the luckiest guy in the world. I just won a cigar bid for X amount of cigars, and I got a handful of cigars for $12. In some cases, the cigars are just worth what you won the bid. They're probably not worth the original retail of some of those
And
cigars, but
keep bringing the heat for the ICC love. I do appreciate that when guys are coming in with Cigar Bid and Thompson's and Cigars International.
Yeah.
Then you have guys like, no, go to Industrial. Love all of you who
Yep.
say that, by the way.
Yeah.
yeah, and they're not wrong.
Quick shout
But
out
it's
to the J-Man. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name, but he's a bunch of comments. He's coming in. He saw me get up and move the camera because he said, Brandon, I can't see you.
Oh,
And
much love. You wanted to move it back?
No,
Oh.
we're good now, and he's all about the Atabay. He wants to talk about Atabay.
yeah.
Let's talk
I
about
mean,
it.
Let's talk about
Let's
it.
have Chris from Maryland. We have Chris Remy Thomas. Thank you for being part of the Derby. That was just, it was awesome to have the 360.
362, 360 booths were just incredible.
Kathleen, what can you tell us about Atabay?
Besides, that's what's on your personal license plate on your car. I think she likes it.
I like it a little bit. It just always hits me right.
Right?
Yeah, I can't complain anytime I light it, and it's always nice and perfect. And
That's why you made your license plate Atabay.
Yeah, it's true.
It's that cigar where it's a celebratory cigar for sure, right? But it's also the cigar where, you know what, I had a bad day or I had a great day. You know that cigar is going to be perfect from the time that you cut it, light it, and to you set it to rest.
I think we could safely call Atabey the dog of cigars. Dogs are always happy to see you, whether you're having a bad day or a good day. They've always got their tail wagging, and they're always happy to see you. My little Charlie actually knows how to smile, and it's something you can count on. Every single time, those dogs are going to be happy to see you. And I know every time I light an Atabey, it's perfection. And I always say there's cigars out there that push the big green button for me, that it does everything that I want a cigar to do. I'll have some cigars that some cigars I get along with okay, but they send a note to me. And one of the things that comes through all the time on newbies is I want to learn flavors. And here's the biggest issue that happens when it comes to flavors on cigars, is a lot of times, because you have the flavor of tobacco coming in, and that has a very distinct, overpowering note, that picking up the subtle nuances that you read about in reviews where these guys are saying it tastes like burnt marshmallows and cardboard, shit like that.
They're filling the page.
They're filling the page.
Yeah.
In the end, when you smoke that cigar, do you go, oh man, this is good? That should be the cigar you like. Now there are ways to get certain notes, but I think, to me, of more importance is picking a country of origin that you kind of like to live within. If it's Honduran tobacco, that's a little naturally sweeter. Dominican is nice and smooth, that has a little bit of pepper, a little bit of spice, but it's usually pretty well done. Nicaraguan punch.
I disagree with finding a country and then only running that country.
I'm not saying only run that country, but if you got into the Nicaraguan lane, there's a lot of places to go. If you get in a Dominican lane, there's a lot of places to go. But when you get in the hands of a good blender, one of the things I complimented Darren Chaffee on this weekend when he was here at the deal, the Commonwealth from Principle is one of the finest cigars I've ever smoked. And it's $35. It's no joke.
Yeah.
But that cigar has tobacco from 10 different countries. And half of the countries, I didn't know they even grew tobacco.
Yep.
And to make all of those come together in that kind of harmony it boggles my mind.
Yep. So we actually have, thank you everyone who's joining us right now. Go ahead and hit that share button. I'm curious what everyone, if you have questions, please drop it in. We have this Chris Hauser is in, new to cigars, but not new to whiskey, love the community in both. Kathleen, as you're not a newbie in cigars, you may not be an uber nerd with cigars like we are.
Right.
What's most important to you? What do you want out of a cigar?
Oh gosh. See, when people talk about like all these flavors they taste, sometimes I'm like, I don't taste that. I just know what I like. It's just as soon as I light it, I know. It's kind of like when I meet someone, I know I'm gonna like you. So it's like the same with the cigar. It's like as soon as I inhale, I know if I'm gonna like it or not.
So that's a great question. Is there something about that first pull that is very comfortable? Do you have that?
You know what's interesting? It's like a handshake, right? I think to your analogy of if I meet somebody, I know I'm going to like them. There are cigars when you hit it and immediately you get an off feeling.
Yeah.
You go, oh. Now you might feel it out a little bit, but you're going to have less leeway if he's a dickhead or if that cigar just doesn't turn into a good cigar. They're like, oh, I knew it. I'm out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I never thought about it that way. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so too. I think as humans, we're visual. So, I mean, we look at the cigar. Sometimes I'm visual enough where the label might throw me off, but I'll still give the cigar a chance. But, you do the little roll, and you're like, okay, that's good construction. The stick itself looks good. This is going to be a good cigar.
He's a judgmental guy, is what he's saying.
Can be, for sure.
Oh, he can be.
Yeah,
But is there a feeling when you take a first draw, like I just took the first draw off this Money to Burn from Principle, and this cigar's not available yet, but we had a chance to have some pre-release cigars. There's this feeling on my palate that's just warmth. It's got a little bit of saltiness. It's got that kind of buttery, creamy feel to it, and that just makes me feel good. When I get cigars, and I was telling you guys when I have my first cigar of the day, it doesn't matter what it is. It's always super spicy. It's that first cigar of the day, and I'm just not a spicy. I just don't like spice, you know. And
Frank and Marty are fighting over who won the $1,000 mint julep cup. Just want to let you both know it was neither of you.
yeah,
So just that, so that can go. Bob, so I'm with you, and actually on Al's point, and it actually gets into understanding the flavors, understanding what you want out of the cigar. He's asking, what are the differences? He says advantages of a V-cut over a straight. Maybe you can go with and just answer his question straight through. Are there advantages of a V-cut over a straight cut?
I think on anything that's a 52 ring gauge or larger, that I typically like to V-cut that cigar. I would have probably V-cut this cigar, but I have my straight cutter with me today.
You would have V-cut this?
I would V-cut this.
Let's see.
I wanted
Yeah.
to be cut.
But
See?
but smaller ring gauges, Lanceros, Coronas, Corona Gorda, Moreva, those I always straight cut. That's just, V-cut doesn't get along with that. In theory, one could say that the smoke is more turbulent that comes off of a V-cut, more turbulent, cooler smoke. But really, in the end, the only thing I'm not a fan of is a punch. I don't like that fine point of smoke that's coming out. It's too concentrated and it can build up oil, and that last third of the cigar can get pretty bitter. But overall, I think V-cut or straight cut, there's really a bigger lesson in here, which is smoke slow.
Yes, and
Slow doesn't mean 5 minutes between puffs. Slow means a slow draw, because it takes your mind 2 seconds to concentrate on flavor.
Have you tried that, Kathleen?
And
The slowest, longest draw possible.
I don't know.
and you don't have to do
Try
a
it.
100% pull,
Just
but if you pull it in slow, the difference is, as Darren says, heat kills flavor. So if you pull it in fast and you dump it fast, you didn't give your mind a chance to really catch up. And really what you're doing is feeling the cigar on your palate. You're not tasting it. And cooler smoke allows you to taste it.
yeah. And so to your point, on the other side of that, as you ask about a straight cut versus a V-cut and advantages, my question to that is, are you a fast smoker?
I'm not.
If you smoke slow, straight cut it, because you want everything that comes through there. If you are a fast smoker, guys, it's amazing. 100% of the time that I ask the guys who are V-cut only, are you a fast smoker or slow? Always fast. And so my theory behind that, and I think it fleshes out, is that V-cut doesn't open up as much. So yeah, it concentrates the smoke, it does this, that, and the other. But what it really does is it throws a speed bump, and it slows you down. It doesn't let as much. It chokes that cigar down a little bit.
Oh.
In my opinion, that's what I think is really occurring, is you're not letting all that smoke out. So if you do smoke it too fast, it makes it so it's like what you're saying, not too hot.
Now, Bear Grylls makes a comment that a punch on the Carboncito is a game changer, but only on the Carboncito. Depending on the size of the punch, that's already a very small cigar. It's a 44 ring gauge.
Same as the
So
straight.
a larger punch is almost the net equivalent of a straight cut.
Okay, good. I'm glad you're where I'm at there.
Yeah.
Where are you at over there? Oh, he's over there, V-cutting his cigars. Look at that.
I'm a straight cut for almost anything.
Now let's talk about slow you're drinking
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
tequila.
The other
I was
factor
enjoying it
that's
too much.
the other factor that's is huge for me is how does a cigar perform? Look,
Hopefully this is good.
it is for me. I want a cigar that's gonna give me a good burn. It's gonna give me a good consistent draw. There's nothing worse than even when you have a good cigar, if it's super tight.
Oh yeah.
You know, I always say it's like sucking a milkshake through a cocktail straw. I hate fighting
light.
a cigar.
It does.
Yeah.
It's really
And
light.
that's really where, to me, the boutique companies where they're not in a race to do 100,000 cigars a month. They just want to do it right. They're draw testing cigars, which is an added cost to a cigar manufacturer. You got guys like Atabey and Patoro that draw test every single cigar. Most of these guys, they may put a draw test, and that's where they slide it into a device and pull air through it, see how much airflow goes through it. They may do it as a spot check on 1 in 1,000, but they're not doing it on every cigar because the cigar manufacturer is going to charge you 50, 60 cents a cigar to start doing that type of a draw test. But if you're worried about making a perfect cigar, then you got to do it.
Yep. Adrian, what do you call a double V cut at 90 degrees apart?
That's just, I think that's trying to be someone just do a fancy cut. I don't think there's any reason for that.
Double V cut?
A double. So imagine the V
here
cut
and then a V the
V
other
there.
way, right?
Oh.
And then
I'm
it's like
curious what people put in here. JD Mars says X marks the spot.
Yeah, I've
Being
seen it called
extra.
the crown or something because
Crown
Crown
cut
cut.
is usually what we call it.
Yeah.
Crown cut.
We've got one guy that insists on doing crown cuts.
Yeah, Josh says it's being extra.
What I've noticed with that's very well done, both
Yeah.
JD Mars and Josh. But what I've noticed is that is the easiest way to ensure that you're just spitting out tobacco. If you cut both of those, the first 5 draws is terrible.
Yeah.
You really run a risk when you come back across that already cut to push some of that out and really mangle up the cap of that cigar. So do it with something that's a quality cigar.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, the crown cut. I'll tell you what. Earlier, Pops made the mention of game changer, and the game changer for me versus cuts, because I'm a straight cut guy, always have been.
it's kind of your persona.
Yeah, but when the trilogy cut or not the
The
punch,
trilogy punch.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's a game changer for sure.
I'll tell you what, people are chiming in on this crown cuts.
Yeah.
There's some opinions on that, and I
Sure.
agree with all these guys.
I think it's they're doing it for the gram. You do the crown cut and look at my smoke. It looks cool.
It does?
in pictures.
You need to
It
show
really
me.
does.
I've never
I
seen
would
it.
never do that.
It lets so much smoke in.
Yeah.
It just pours in. Maybe a huge ring gauge, that's all right, but
Yeah.
then I'll question why you're smoking that cigar if you have to cut it like that.
Yeah. Then you're
But
slob knobbing a big ass
Wow.
cigar. Yeah.
But with that said, cut it however the hell you want to do it. We'll throw that caveat out there. There's no wrong way to do
I
it.
would-
Josh is saying he thinks people are just doing it to show off.
Yeah, exactly. I mean,
Yeah.
people are coming in. I appreciate that. So back to who was it that actually asked the first question about straight cut and V cut? That's Al. Thanks for getting us on that tangent. Please continue to toss those in there. That works out well.
Yeah.
Kathleen, have you had your cigar aha moment where you just it lights you up and you realize, holy shit, this needs to be a part of my life? Have you had that yet?
Yeah, Atabey. I know, I can't get off of that. But I do like other cigars that I enjoy. Like this one I'm enjoying.
This one's
I think
really
she's
good.
on a journey. I mean, she's a relatively newer smoker, not expert, not newbie, but she was total Atabey, right? She graduated from, I wouldn't say all flavored cigars, but she started with.
I didn't do a flavor.
No, well, yeah.
I did.
Tatiscan.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Has
sweet
that
tip.
little sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Sweet
then found out the Atabey Hechizo, and that was her thing.
tip. Yeah.
Terra Nova from United Cigars came in, and she was like, "Oh,
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
incredible or what?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, that one hit me. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's up, Sean Ratz?
Yeah.
it's a journey." And I think
Yeah.
I'm still on it. I think we are still on it.
We're always you'll always be on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which-
Oh, okay, so
that's
I'm
what I love
normal.
about
Okay.
the industry, right? Y'all came back and said, German engineered is a thing, and I was like, these guys, their sales guy, Pops, he'll sell Ice Cube.
They sold him.
Yeah.
He sold me, and then I tried it and went, holy shit, is this thing
It's a
good?
great cigar.
It's
Oh,
a
I
great
love it.
cigar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everyone
Yes.
right now, just so long as the FDA keeps their dirty, filthy hands out of this industry, it's going to continue to evolve like that.
Yeah.
Picture when we first opened, picture the cigars that were in here. They were good cigars.
Yeah.
Really nice cigars. Look at
Yeah.
right now. Look at Principal. Look at German. Look at what Crux is doing. Look what Luciano's doing. Look at Adame, Bandolero, Byron.
Everything that y'all have.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that's 5 years. What's the next 5 years going to look like?
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I get up in the morning and think, what's going to be the next new thing that we're going to enjoy, that we're going to be able to sit here on Tuesday night and have this great cigar. We don't know.
And the other side of that too is, as you're in the journey, your palate matures. And I'll challenge anybody that's been smoking for 3 or 4 or 5 years, go back and smoke a cigar that you thought was the shit. I went back and smoked an Oliva G. And I remember sitting in a cigar lounge and I thought I was the man because I'm smoking this Oliva and you guys are smoking Perdomo and Rocky and all this other bullshit.
Yeah.
I'm smoking this and I went back and smoked one. I'm just like, there is no flavor in this cigar. It doesn't. Now the Milano is a different story, but that cigar is just nothing.
I'm excited to see Josh is coming in saying, I think I had my cigar moment this weekend with his first definition cigar.
That's
prolific, the light went off, and always great to support local. It's like,
That's no doubt about it. And we talk about it all the time. We do business with people, not brands. And Jamad, who's the owner of, not only are we proud to support him, and he did it the right way. When he first met with Brandon at the show 2 years ago, he's like, 2018, he's like, I know who you guys are. I can't supply you guys.
Yep.
And then when he came back and said, I can supply you guys now, he waited until he could do it because most of these guys will
that's
tell us,
awesome.
I can supply you, and we get the first order, and then we don't see anything for another 6 months. So he did that, but to a point where he fell so in love with what we have going on here from a culture standpoint, that he became a private member here at the shop. So we love supporting local guys, and his palate is getting better.
Not only his palate. See, here's the thing that I didn't realize in cigars. I thought every cigar manufacturer had its own factory. I thought, okay, it's the Definition Cigar Factory. It's the Crux Factory. It isn't.
Yeah.
It's you go to the factory who has access to the tobacco you want and the rollers and makes your fit, and then you create your own cigar out of that. But here's the thing. When you go to certain factories, they have already created partners over decades. So those partners get certain rollers, get certain access to tobacco. What we've been able to watch with Definition is where they started was a really good starting point, but they kept going. And they kept going.
Yeah.
And now the newest one, the Chairman and the Di Fugero, or however you say it.
That's it.
You look at them, and the first thing I said to Jamon was, new rollers. Yep, upgraded rollers. Okay, so it's only going to get better with time, and he's going to get better.
And he's getting better.
Exactly.
And we'll see that with Bocock Brothers. We'll see that with Ken Hamlin with Arrival. We'll see those guys mature, and their cigars will get better and better and better. I'll tell you, there is one thing I look for in a cigar when I smoke it, and that is that it completely, I'll say it, entertains my palate. There's something going on everywhere. There's no empty spots anywhere. This cigar is what we would call full flavored, not full body. Full body leans towards the strength of a cigar.
Yeah.
This is a pretty solid medium, maybe medium leaning up against the lighter side of the fence, but full flavored. And there's some really good. We're seeing a lot with Luciano does it. I mean, he's got a Connecticut that we all have this preconceived notion that Connecticut's are just super passive, and this thing is a ass kicker. And that the 146 from Plasencia that I just put down to smoke this, that's a spectacular cigar as well.
J.D. Mars he's in Texas for sure. He said having cigars on the back porch with the wife, and a June bug just landed on my phone and sat on my head. It isn't even June yet. On top of that, Josh, I'm dropping a link right now, and everyone who's watching, I'm dropping a link to Definition Cigars. Use code newbie at checkout, and you will get 10% off your order now. If you're interested in Definition, go get it, and we'll either hold them for you or we'll ship them out for you tomorrow. So just I appreciate you supporting local and hanging with us.
Yeah.
And that newbie is live for anything on industrialcigars.co.
Sweet.
So go get it. Adrian,
Yeah.
you're exactly right. Tuesdays are special.
They are.
They're fun.
Oh yeah.
It's-
Always.
You can just sit and have a cigar.
That's it. Because on any other day during the weeknight, weekend, whatever, I don't have the time with y'all. I don't have this time with you two.
That's true.
Pops a little bit more. I mean, he'll sit down and kind of just chill. Someone always gets your ear, and then they'll start, asking you questions and get advice, mentoring, that type of thing, which is great. I love that about you. But this is my time to smoke.
Yeah, no,
It's selfish. People are in
I'm
on
being
like
selfish, for sure, yeah.
yeah.
Y'all don't get that. I get that on Tuesday nights. Actually, y'all do get this. You're here smoking virtually with these guys, and please cherish this moment because it's wonderful. Love it.
I cherish.
Cheers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Cheers to that.
I guess that
Hey,
means you're gonna have
cheers.
to drink some more.
cheers.
Cheers to all of you.
I'm
Cheers.
excited about these questions because.
Do you know where she sits?
I don't.
How long have
Not
you
all
been?
of them.
How long have you been married?
We've been together 30 years.
Okay, so let's. Why were you?
No,
Why
yeah.
were you putting your head like that?
I
Like,
thought.
like you weren't sure he
Yeah,
was.
She's not gonna-
No, I thought he was gonna mess it up, but he's good.
It's 30 years this year.
Well,
We've been
together,
together.
not married.
Yeah.
Okay.
Married, it's been
Like 20.
26.
Yeah.
26?
Yeah.
No, 24.
Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Math is hard.
This is a segment where we try to figure out.
Yeah.
Okay.
2022.
I almost want to do dating game here. For those who let's just do the first one. We're going to do the first question. We do these every week. There are 3 questions that everyone who's watching will judge who you are to your core, exactly who you are,
Ooh.
Adrian style.
Wow.
Okay. So with this, it's Josh. Yes, Josh is saying you're getting tested right now.
Josh knows both of us from.
We're going to
Yeah,
test.
long time.
We ask these questions all the time, but we're going to reverse it. Okay? The first question is I want to know, okay, so the first question
Yeah.
on a 1 to 10, where do you think Kathleen sits?
Oh, interesting.
You know where I'm going, right?
Yeah.
Sits where?
Well, between 1 and 10.
Between 1 and 10, he'll know it, you'll understand it in a second.
Okay.
Okay?
This is the dating game.
Okay.
This is dating
Yeah.
game version. First
Oh.
question, I'll ask it in a second. Where do you think Kathleen sits on the spectrum?
Good.
We need
5.
cards so she can.
Five? No, that's like being like.
No, it's got to be a 4 or a
Average.
6.
Yeah.
Huh?
It's got to be a 4 or
Yeah.
a 6. It can't be a
Okay,
5.
I'm between 6.
Oh.
Maybe. I'll go 7.
Oh.
Oh,
Whoa.
you're going
Yeah,
7.
yeah.
Okay. That's where you think she's going to put you. Or is that where you think
I
she's
think
sitting?
that's where she's at.
Okay.
Yeah. She knows mine. I think she knows all mine.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Just from watching the show.
Kathleen, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being absolutamente no, 10 being I have had dinner with one of these folks. Where do you sit in the spectrum of aliens?
Oh, that. I'm like a. Me personally.
Yes, you.
I'm at like a 9.
Holy sheep shit, man.
Yeah.
I was close.
Yeah.
Do you know where he sits?
I think so.
Where would you
I
put
was,
Adrian?
Like a 2.
I'm showing you right here.
0.
Yeah.
He's a hard 0. And,
And,
you are
and
9.
remember, it was 1 to 10, and he went 0.
I said 2. I mean,
Yeah.
Hold it. You're at 9?
yeah.
On aliens, you're just saying aliens existing.
There has to be an other existence out there.
Beer Grylls agrees with you.
Huh. Thank you, Bear.
Are there any on Earth today?
On Earth?
Yes.
Ooh. Well, I believe that aliens
That's another
perhaps are a little interdimensional, so perhaps they are.
Would you consider yourself a redhead?
No.
Last
Okay.
year you were.
Last year.
Yes, I was.
Yes, you were.
Yeah, I had to go red.
Okay.
Gotta mix
All right,
it
so
up.
I'm convinced that all female redhead actresses are aliens. Actually, all redheads are
In
aliens.
general, yeah.
Yeah.
Redheads in general.
So at some point, you must have been consulted when you went to the redhead convention that when they gave you your marching orders.
Larry
Yeah.
Adams has
Yeah.
a really good question here. Okay.
Okay.
And I want to know everyone's answer. This is very important.
Yeah, get
As a
your
community,
keyboards ready.
okay, if you could smoke a cigar with any of these, which would it be? Sasquatch, an alien, or a ghost?
I'd be smoking fucking by myself.
No, you have to pick one.
No, you have to pick one because they all exist.
No, they don't. I'd be smoking a cigar by myself, like I used to before Kathleen started smoking.
Or a ghost.
Ghost. Julie says ghost. Alien. Chris Coulter comes in. Beer Grylls, ghost. Okay, so if you said ghost,
I'm definitely going alien.
if you said ghost, which ghost is it? Who is the ghost that you're smoking a cigar with?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say ghost. And the
That's
ghost
probably the
would.
only conversation you could have. You say alien, but if they don't speak English.
No. We're
Well, they
assuming
figure out how to get here. They got to
Well,
figure out the.
we're
language.
assuming English is.
Oh,
they've
oh,
got it
we're
figured
assuming
out.
English.
Yeah.
I mean, what's Star Trek? I mean, there's some bitches
Okay,
have been speaking
alien.
English for 30, 40 years.
Some of those aliens have their own language.
No, if they speak English,
Yeah,
I'll go
they'll,
with
they'll,
alien.
they'll
Yeah.
adapt.
Yeah.
If-
Well,
You're-
then
you're going alien?
You don't
Yeah.
speak Spanish though. The aliens that we know.
Maybe you're
Who is the
alien.
ghost? Who is the ghost if you have it?
Hey.
So Frank is saying alien. Chris, Remy Thomas is saying ghost. But I need to know which ghost you guys are talking about, if there's one in there.
Here, okay, Will Treadway says ghost, I suppose. I think he's a zero. I believe in that ghosts even exist.
Uh-huh. Ooh, but Beer Grylls coming in deep in the heart.
Uh-oh.
First person, my grandmother. She didn't smoke cigars, but I'm sure she would for
Okay,
him.
but that's a spirit.
That's
and
deep.
That's the
Ah.
other question that we have.
No. This is like Ghost at the beginning of Ghostbusters. That's like in there, like the librarian, used to scare the shit out of me.
That's a spirit.
Okay, ghost.
Oh,
I-
think that's a spirit.
I think an apparition is a ghost.
I
yeah.
see it as a spirit.
Yeah.
Then what do you call a ghost?
What do you? Yeah, that's what I'm wondering because
Oh.
I think if you can physically see it, it's a ghost. I think it's a spirit. If all of a sudden you have that dream and it's
Yeah,
there's that type.
The way I
of stuff.
see it, if it's someone that you recognize and you have an apparition that you recognize and that you believe in, and it's a family member, that's a spirit. I think a ghost is like if you're staying at a, I don't know, old ass hotel and shit starts moving and you hear noises, and people, account that as a ghost.
Oh God.
That's how I see that,
Okay,
which
that's
I don't believe
deep.
in.
But the spirits, he sounds like he's more open to.
I've never,
Yeah.
but I've never been visited. I've had family members,
I've
pass
been
away. I've
visited.
never been visited or
I have.
seen stuff like that.
Who you on call? Industrial. Well done. Beer Grylls is just coming in. I'll tell you what. Oh, yeah, I tell you, Beer Grylls, why don't you just move to Frisco and work at Industrial Cigar Company instead of CI in San Antonio?
Yeah. You're not gonna get any
Best of
smarter
luck to
there.
them. But we will take care of you. With the guidance
Julie
we've
is
got.
saying the little boy ghost she's seen twice.
Oh.
There's a story. Okay, Josh is coming in saying if it is a cigar, it's Sasquatch. If it's a pipe, it's his grandfather. It's a ghost.
Oh, I like that, Josh. Now with the
I do like
Sasquatch, I'd have to shoot him.
You'd have to shoot him
I have
afterwards.
to shoot him, and then
Oh
we
my
stuff
gosh.
him, and then he's going to be the
Yeah, I mean
It's
we
all not there.
we know where he's going to end up.
yeah.
My concern is like he's smoking the cigar and he burns his fingers and then just loses it and goes ape shit
Well,
because he is an ape. I mean,
yeah, and
let's,
then with all that hair, how's he going to light his fucking cigar and then burn his fucking?
Catch his face on fire, the whole thing.
But you don't go that technical.
No,
you're gonna
I
smoke
do.
a cigar
You know
with
I do.
them.
I
I
start
know.
asking
Yeah.
questions.
No,
And
Squatch is out. I'm
So
not.
can we-
He's some
can-
smelly bastard
And
that's
he's
ruining the
smelly,
whole
yeah,
thing.
Yeah, you're right.
can we do
Shit
the so last week it was brought up with Steve Miller, not of Steve Miller band,
He didn't like that joke, by the way. It's
No.
almost like
No.
but I've seen him do his punk rock routine and he was a punker,
Wow.
big time.
Wow.
But anyway, that he threw out. I think he threw out 5. But so let's all just agree we're gonna pick 3 people that we would have a cigar with. Let's just have them all be dead. Because I mean, I want to have one with Jordan and Steve Harvey, but let's just pick 3 dead guys that or girls that we would like to have cigar with.
3 dead people to have a cigar with.
But you said girls.
Girls or guys.
Okay.
I mean,
Okay.
Oh my god. What would the Sasquatch smoke? Pops, what do you think?
Ooh.
I think he's going to go for like a 770 Asylum.
That's not bad, but Adrian's right.
What?
What?
Come on.
What?
You got this.
Oh, Saka stuff. He's going to smoke.
Oh no!
Oh, well
Saka
put.
stuff.
That's
No.
good, but no.
No.
Yeah.
Gurkha.
Oh shit.
Smells like his feet.
It's
It
gonna
does.
smell something. Yeah.
Gurkhas do smell like
So we're
Sasquatch.
giving you time to think because you're going first. You're first on the dance floor with this whole dead and smoking a cigar people.
Okay. Okay.
3 people dead
JFR
that you would like to
lunatic, not
smoke a
bad.
cigar with.
Got it. Oh, do I throw it out there now?
Yeah, throw it out there.
So I'd say, I think she probably smoked Mother Teresa.
Okay.
Probably Pall Malls. Filterless.
Yeah, Newport menthols. Yeah. Okay.
I'm gonna get a little deep.
Do it.
My sister.
Okay.
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 Oh damn. I didn't get the third.
You're staying in the female lane here.
Well,
No-
yeah. Now
no
I'm gonna like.
guys.
I'll pivot. Gosh.
I'll throw one out.
What?
Your mom's mom, didn't she? Was a race car driver?
Oh
in
yeah.
Juarez?
Okay. My
Yeah.
grandmother. Okay.
She was a race car driver.
Yeah.
Oh, she sounds
In
badass.
She
Mexico.
was badass.
In Mexico?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What? In the
They
good
probably did
goddamn
that
did they
figure
drive
8
to
shit.
Mexico? Yeah.
Yeah.
Backwards in a
Yeah.
Volkswagen
Yeah.
Porsche. So, hang on.
And a DJ. She was a radio DJ,
Yeah.
right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring her back. Haunt me now, please. Okay, so that's good. Sean Ratz is coming in. Winston Churchill, George Burns, and Bill Clinton.
I'm not dead.
And also, okay. Oh, and then I just read George, and I immediately went George Clinton. Yeah, he's not dead either. George Carlin, Steve McQueen, that's a good one.
Oh.
Robin Williams. Ooh, Josh.
Oh, that's
He,
a good one.
he obviously
That's-
heard that question and thought about it quick.
Yeah.
That's well done.
We're coming
That
off
would
the
be
cuff. What do you guys
Okay.
think?
Adrian.
Give me some time.
Oh.
All right.
Oh, well, I got one. Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee's one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bruce Lee. Who else?
Ooh. Ooh, I know. Yeah, Beer Grylls. I can guarantee you. I'm willing to bet
yeah.
that Pops will say that.
Yeah.
Don't look at it.
No, I just saw what Bear. You're exactly right.
I was about to say that.
Actually, him and Sean are both. They're both on. James Gandolfini, huge
Oh.
fan.
Good one.
Rush Limbaugh, huge fan. Got a chance to meet him.
Josh Sims.
It was, and then I'm gonna throw. Here's my third.
Yeah.
Because this, I mean, we're talking about people we'd like to just sit and have a conversation with for a couple
yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
My third would be John Lennon.
Oh.
Lennon would be interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I like
you
that.
know that motherfucker is haunted by Yoko. So he'd come back and Yoko would sit her ass at the
It's
table,
like right behind him.
banging on the bongo drums or whatever.
Yeah,
shit.
yeah, tambourine.
That's why he doesn't make the cut.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So I'll toss one out and you can toss it because
I
I've
got
only
one,
thought
yeah.
of
I
maybe
just
one or
forgot
two.
his name.
I'm gonna go one.
Babe Ruth, no doubt about it.
Yeah, that's good. Stevie Ray Vaughan. That's
Al
good.
Capone is good.
Al Capone. James Dean. That's a good one.
That's really
I was
good.
gonna say James Dean.
James
Yeah.
Dean. That would be a good one. I'm gonna go JFK.
Oh.
Interesting.
I bet that guy's got some stories.
Yeah.
Oh,
If
yeah.
I could sit and
Yeah.
have cigars with a guy that's like that,
Oh damn! Now I want
JFK.
Now
Go
I want
ahead,
Marilyn.
toss him
Now
in.
I want Marilyn Monroe.
Marilyn Monroe was on my
'Cause
list.
She
Larry
has
Adams.
secrets.
Larry Adams got it.
She has secrets.
Those three.
You know what's funny is this is on a 15-second delay, so we all just hit at the same time.
Yeah.
George Burns, he's not on my list.
Yeah.
I mean, he's. I mean,
I'll tell you
okay.
what.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. I think we could have some fun with Elvis.
Well, Elvis was my grandfather,
He was. He's my father.
and just so all you know, My daughter, my youngest daughter, her name is Leah Presley.
Yes.
And I named her Leah Presley because I named her after her grandfather. Because, please, my grandmother, Grandma Mickey, she told me my whole life that she cheated on my grandfather with Elvis and had my dad.
Oh.
So, to keep the family name of Presley alive,
Which is where I got my
daughter
quality
Leah
dance
Presley.
moves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Really?
I got my quality dance
He's
moves.
actually my grandpa, as per my dirty old grandma.
So, and on, I think it was her 50th birthday, we had a surprise birthday party for her.
That's funny.
And we had a Elvis impersonator come, and he brought a back alimony check. So,
No way.
yeah, so,
That's awesome.
yeah, that was it.
That's awesome.
And I tell you what, Josh, Anthony Bourdain.
He doesn't get, he's not
Oh.
any prettier on the other side of the glass. Bourdain would be cool.
Bourdain would be a cool guy.
That would be cool.
And Robin Williams, too? Robin Williams, what a legend.
I'll tell you who would have some stories is Richard Pryor. That dude would have some
Pryor.
stories.
Oh.
Growing up, one of my favorite comedians, actor was Jerry Lewis.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just to sit around with the Rat Pack would be a
Oh yeah.
interesting.
Could you
night.
imagine?
Yeah.
Okay,
Could you
that'd be
imagine?
Cool. That'd be cool.
Because wasn't there a story behind the Rat Pack where somebody wouldn't book him, a Las Vegas hotel wouldn't book them because Sammy Davis Jr. was black, so they all boycotted the hotel and then wouldn't play there. It was like the Sands or something like that,
Yeah.
right? I'm not sure the exact story, but those were good guys.
Yeah.
Right? They were ahead of their time. Dean Martin,
Yeah.
Frank Sinatra. Would you not like to
Oh,
just
yeah.
sit with Frank Sinatra?
Oh, yes.
Even Randy Newman would be a cool one, even though he's not Rat Pack. Randy Newman.
Randy Newman. I don't know.
I'll tell you who would be cool too is Steve Jobs.
Oh.
Seems
That-
like an asshole.
Well, if you look at his, what you would appreciate because you have an incredible attention to detail. This was a guy that built his first computer so that the back of it looked as nice as the front, because you never knew if somebody was going to see the back.
From a design
Yeah.
perspective, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
and
it's-
his packaging design was so cutting edge. When everybody else was throwing it in cardboard boxes,
Yeah.
his stuff was. He was a furniture maker when he first got started. That was. He always finished.
I'm out on Steve Jobs. That's Frank, the anti-Apple guy.
Yeah, but Steve Jobs started as a furniture maker, and he finished the inside of the dresser drawers and the inside of the cabinet so that it was as nice as the exterior
Yeah.
of the cabinet.
I like that. I can appreciate
That was
Oh, yeah,
So
for
that
sure.
kind of
Yeah.
there's something that goes on in his brain that I'd like to dig into.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the artist that did the Campbell's can?
Oh, that's Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol, I think, would be an interesting conversation. I think you would
Oh, talk
appreciate
to
that.
Ty.
I think so, but didn't he get shot? Didn't he die
Well,
by
he-
getting shot?
Oh, no.
Andy Warhol?
No.
Please, someone
If
correct
if
me.
somebody knows how
I
Warhol
think
died,
Andy
let us
Warhol
know.
got shot.
I'm gonna say no.
That was,
Are you're saying no, Pops? What are
Yeah.
you saying?
the one. There was
I don't
one
think he got shot.
French designer that got shot.
I think Andy
Versace.
Warhol got
Yeah.
shot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
there was
Okay.
one, maybe.
Yeah, no.
I don't
Because
know.
didn't Ty meet Warhol?
Vince Lombardi's
Yeah,
not a
he did.
bad one.
He
If
did.
you get into the sports world, you start thinking about
Here's the
Great
first question.
coaches.
Did Andy Warhol get shot? I just put did Andy Warhol.
He did not.
Hang on. Hold it.
No. Check your
Yes.
source.
Yes.
Check your source.
Yes, it did. While Andy Warhol was on the phone, Solanas fired at him 3 times. First 2 shots missed, and the third went through both lungs. His spleen, his stomach, his liver, and his son. What was that, a buckshot?
Jesus. Shot him with a cannon.
Like it's zipped.
I don't
How
know.
does it
That
go
bounced
through
around
both
in there.
lungs? You got to get shot from the side.
Yeah.
2 shot, but lungs, spleen, stomach, liver, and esophagus?
What?
Oh, shit, let's go up there with one shot.
That's a fantastic shot.
That's a bouncy bullet.
Yeah.
did.
It did bounce around.
Yep. Okay. Beer Grylls said he would much rather eat mushrooms with Steve Jobs. That might be a better
wow.
Yeah, Steve probably still has some with him.
deal. Yeah. Okay. Good tangent. I like that. That's a good question set right
That
there.
was.
Paul Newman would be good. That would be a good one too.
That was
Okay.
deep. Wow.
All right, Kathleen, your time to come up with a question right
Oh,
now.
shit. Shucks.
Just say shit. I don't care.
Oh, shit. A question. No, not yet.
I'm just glad we all learned how Andy Warhol died together.
I had no idea.
I had no idea either.
That's
When was it? Did it say?
yeah, but I'm sure it said somewhere in there. I'm just not gonna.
Yeah.
Oh, this is on
It's a
Valerie
lot.
Solanas. But you know what? There's a lot of reading in here.
Words, a lot of
You guys can Google it
Yeah.
yourself.
nowhere
and
near
try to
enough
figure it out.
pictures.
Damn, that is wild.
Chris Pennington, your band, fuck you.
Oh, what did he say?
He asked if you wanted to do another cigar.
No.
Last week he
Wow.
dropped in Gurkhas for them to blind.
We didn't know.
Oh.
What do you mean them? Us.
Yeah,
You're the first one to put yours down,
yeah.
but we didn't know. He took the label.
I gave it
off.
a try. I got an
He's
inch
like,
into it,
see
and
if
I
you
just
can-
like I gave.
See if you can,
I can't
you know,
do
figure
it.
out where.
But
the
y'all
cigar-
did.
Beer Grills is smoking a cabroncito.
Orale.
Orale.
Who is this?
Yeah,
Bear
but now
Grylls?
Bear.
Beer
did you-
Grills he's a relatively new, I would say, I don't know, I feel really weird. It's not a fan, it's just, he's a relatively new contributor to what we do, and everything he fires out is just on par. JD Mars is another one, Chris Coulter, another one. It's like top
Janice
level.
Joplin would be cool.
Oh, she would be cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
I'm with whatever.
I don't like the way she.
So,
Whatever.
Beer, here's the
Whatever.
question
Who
for
are you
you.
saying, Janis Joplin?
Yeah, I don't like your music.
Yeah.
I do.
She was the epitome of hippie shit. That's
Yeah,
what-
she was. She was
I
cool.
don't like hippie shit.
Hello, I was.
How did she die? Was that the
Probably drugs.
Overdose.
drugs?
Yeah. Because she was so
Him,
cool.
her, and Jimi Hendrix.
Shit. So add Brandon Lee to fucking Bruce Lee. Cigars with both those dudes.
Okay. Who's Brandon Lee?
Bruce Lee's son. Also got
He's-
he got killed on set by blank.
By blank. No shit.
Guess it wasn't that blank.
No,
No.
But they just held it against his head?
something. Yeah,
Holy shit. Chris Pennington smoking a whiskey straw. How did you get a whiskey straw?
that's a movie we should.
So,
watch.
okay, so Josh is asking a great question if we can steer off the dead people for a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, actually, let's hop into this. This is a good
I'm new to
question.
the scene.
Josh.
New to the scene.
Yeah.
But what is the running joke of Gurkha?
You have the. I mean,
Oh,
when you
okay,
say-
so
What's
how
the
about-
best way to
how about
describe
you guys take the other side. My other plate that I spin is I have a content branding agency, and we focus a lot in the cigar industry. We work with a lot of manufacturers you've seen before. The way that manufacturers speak about Gurkha is they say it's a great marketing company that also shits out cigars. I'll say that again. It's a great marketing company that shits out cigars. So they market their cigars as 15-year or whatever. They market their business very well, but they are known in the industry for cutting corners, treating their people wrong, treating their product wrong, going through the whole thing. So when people make fun of Gurkha, there's a reason behind it because they're not respected in the industry amongst the industry tops. And I mean, everyone has to make a living and they kill it. But if you're ever faced with this situation where it's a $500 cigar because it's infused with Pappy Van Winkle, let me just pull the curtains back, because they talk about infusing Pappy Van Winkle and it's this whole project and it's this whole deal. I know 100% what they do with that is they take a glass tube, they take a dropper, and they take a drop and they put it in the glass tube, they put the cigar in, they put a dropper, and they put one drop in the foot, they seal it off, and it's off to you. It is
Infused.
It is a $6 to $8 cigar with 46 cents worth of Pappy Van Winkle that they sell for hundreds of dollars. This is a company that has people that buy it, but at the end of the day, it's a manufacturer. Like I said, everyone has to feed their families, and he sells 1 million cigars of that single Pappy Van Winkle cigar a year. He's feeding his family, but it's a joke because when everyone else is taking the extra year to age their tobacco, fuck it, ship it. Let's
Yep.
go. So I have the more manufacturer side of things, and it's not respected. And the joke started from the manufacturers. not from the people.
Yeah,
I'll pass that.
some of the tricks that they're doing with their dumping they put apple cider vinegar. There's all different kinds of things that they're embedding in the foot of or in the towards the cap on the filler. But there's also this kind of feeling that if you have the balls to come out with a cigar that's $1,500, you come out with that cigar to give everybody the impression that you do $1,500 cigars. To me, it's no different than Rolex coming out with a $99 watch. They've created a perception by establishing a price point and a quality point, and then they sell it for cheap. The difference is the $1,500 cigar is probably no better than the $18 cigar, $12 cigar, whatever the case may be. But there's so many companies
They
out
have
there.
the most expensive cigar in production.
Yeah,
It's a marketing play.
and that was Bill Clinton's deal when he was palling around with Monica. He was buying these $1,000 Gurkhas by the box.
With your money.
Is that
Yeah.
the same famous cigar
Which one?
that he used
Oh,
under the desk?
it's a different cigar. He did not smoke that cigar. That's what he
I
was
did
saying.
not smoke that cigar in the Oval Office.
Right.
Okay. All right.
And you know it's true because Hillary said, no, I don't think you did.
If you guys want to add on to that, feel free. But I think a balanced approach to that question is just there are better cigars for your money.
Yeah. The only thing I'll add is one time I hosted some neighbors in my backyard, my patio, for cigars and drinks. And of course, I had my box of cigars, which anyone had access to, and it's probably whatever you had in ICC's humidor. Some guys brought their own, which is fine. I'm standing there talking, it was maybe about 15 dudes, and then I smelled this, like someone's cigar, and I'm like, what the fuck is that? It was like this weird smell. It didn't smell like tobacco, like anything
Like
good.
used gym sock.
I don't know what it was, but I pinpointed who it was, and I'm like, hey, wow, what are you smoking? He's like, Gurkha. I almost kicked him out.
When we first opened, there was two guys from Chicago that came in. I remember we had the four top sitting there, and I walked past them and literally hit the brakes, put it in reverse, and backed up and went, are you smoking a Gurkha? And he goes, yeah, how did you know? It didn't smell like a cigar. It smelled like
Shit.
was
honestly,
weird.
there
I
was.
don't know
We
what-
had one that we cut open when Gurkha came in to try to sell us the first time, and Jonathan Scott, love Jonathan. No one's going to mess with him, but Jonathan, he smoked about a quarter inch of it, and then as I walked by, he's like, "Hey man, you didn't have to pay for this, did you?" And I said, "No." And he goes, "Can I cut it open?" So we cut it open, and we smelled the foot, and we all came up with what we thought was like when gerbils or mice piss on the cedar that's in the
gross.
bottom of the cage.
You know what?
That's what it smelled like.
Yeah. It
It's
was,
And
like
that was
old
serious.
gerbil
And I
foot.
took
it
it
was a
out.
very distinct
That's
smell.
gross.
I handed it to Noah, and he took a whiff. He's like, "Whoa, that smells like piss."
Yeah.
Without any prompting, he didn't know what the cigar was because it's cut open.
We gave him a cigar. We blinded him on a Gurkha.
Noah?
Noah. And he picked it up. He's like, is that like piss?
So it's very acidic.
It's very,
It's
very like
Ammonia.
It's ammonia.
damn. but yeah.
Ammonia.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
And so
Yeah.
Yeah.
we'll move away from the shit on Gurkha segment and we'll roll into a very valid question.
I'm pretty sure Gurkha's not going to come in and want to do the Gurkha Lounge here.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Chris, Remy Thomas. I'm fairly new to the ICC family. I don't know if I have this answer. Pops, how did you get into cigars? How did you get into real cigars?
Real cigars. We can thank my friend Scott Noble for that.
Yep.
In the mid
can thank him for a
'90s,
lot.
we did every year for 2 years we did a golf trip.
What do you
One
mean
time-
every year for 2 years? You mean
Well,
2 times you did something?
Okay, so 2 times. We did it 2 times. One time was in Puerto Vallarta. One time was in Lake Tahoe. When we went to Tahoe,
That's where you met Jerry.
yes. So we went to Tahoe, and there was like 21 guys, and we're all just having a good time. And one of the guys there gave me, in '94, the really a new cigar that had come out was LFD, and I remember it had a pink flower on it, and he gave me that cigar, and I took a pull on it and went, I like this.
Yeah.
And it was really from that point. The next year we went to Puerto Vallarta. Scott bought 4 or 5 boxes of Cubans. We smoked those. They were really good. And I got to a point where I thought, this is something I want to do. I didn't want to smoke in front of you guys. So then that's when I would go piecemeal and grab a few cigars.
I smoke with Elias on my lap now.
Yeah.
That's how far
Yeah.
that happened.
Yeah, that's how far that slid. But, no, it was just, I had that aha moment. I had that cigar that I said, man, I could do this. And it was good. I don't drink, so this is my only vice, that and cussing, and that's why I hang around with other people that speak the same French, so we can all
There you
speak
go.
fluently together.
Baptiste?
But for
Baptiste is on? Oh.
so for us, it was just it was having an aha moment early, and it's interesting because in 2001, LFD re-released that cigar, and it didn't do the same thing for me.
What cigar was that? 'Cause I remember
It was a pink. I just remember it had a pink
yeah.
flower on it.
Was it box press? Like
I know it wasn't a box press.
I've had the same
That was
one.
1994?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I remember.
That's a good cigar.
I remember this guy, and a lot of it just had to do with environment. Let's face it, you can smoke
Yeah.
a mediocre cigar, but if you're good people in a good environment, your mind's right,
Yeah.
a lot of cigars taste better. And I was I was just so blown away by this guy, because in '94 I didn't have a pot to piss in, and I'm with these guys, and they start gambling. This is when Scott was just getting in the oil business, so he had all these customers that were all big money guys, and they're betting on whose luggage is going to come out of the turnstile first. And these guys, and it was just everything was gambling. And they paired me with this guy that owned a whole bunch of car dealerships, Bob Fulton. And this guy was freaking hilarious. But I remember we're getting ready, we're going out to play golf, and we just left the practice range, and he goes, "Oh shit, man, I think I left my wad of money on the practice range." I go, "We can go back and get it." He's like, "Nah, it was only like $8,000 or something like that. It's no big deal."
What?
And I didn't understand what was going on. But he's the guy that gave me that cigar. So it might have been better because I thought this guy was it. This is the only guy. I got to tell this story. It takes 2 seconds.
Yeah.
But we sit down at the casino in Tahoe. And he's got all these chips sitting there. He's playing blackjack. So he goes, slides out $1,600. And he tells me, he goes, "I got to take a piss." I said, "All right, well, I'll watch your chips." He goes, "No, it's okay." Slides them all out. Loses. "Give me a marker for $3,200. Loses. "Give me a marker for $6,400. Loses. "Give me a marker for $12,800. Wins. He goes, "I'll be right back."
No.
And I'm sitting there going, what is happening? And I was so enamored with this guy. And he was just funny as hell. And he had a particular term that he dropped the F-bomb a lot and had a lot of color wrapped around it.
Yeah, yeah.
And whenever he hit a bad shot, he would scream out something that would make anybody blush. And he hit a lot of bad shots.
So let me ask that. Does your cigar aha moment have to do with the person that gave you that cigar?
That was part of it.
Like, could
And,
you?
and what's funny was I'll never forget it. He had a Ziploc bag full of these cigars, and he came down and told me the story about this cigar. And it's really no different than what we do here.
Right.
But he's like, "You're going to love this cigar. It's not really strong. It's really smooth. It did what he said it was going to do." I was sold. So it could have been the worst cigar ever. I don't know. But to me, it was, I could do this. And when I got home, I would go to the cigar shops. There were pipe shops a lot of times. They had a cigar humidor. There actually used to be one at the mall. And it was a pipe shop.
I remember,
you remember
at
that?
Oakview. At Oakview.
Yep. And I would go in there and get some cigars. I'd put them in my humidor thinking that these guys wouldn't find them. And of course they did.
An idiot.
Yeah. So, but yeah,
Yeah.
but I think a lot of it is a lot. I've had cigars that I know were not that great, but it's just where you're at.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think you're right. I think you're right. Like,
Yeah.
for instance, you wouldn't be smoking cigars if it wasn't for Adrian.
True.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's so much of that. I think
Yeah.
Frank Tomaszewski, my next door neighbor and good friend,
Did you put them on cigars?
I think so.
Really?
And Frank, if you're watching, let me know. Like,
Yeah.
I'm curious if I think we may have gotten him in, but there is like that satisfaction of getting somebody into a cigar. You sit around the fire
Yes.
and you give it to them, and
Okay.
exactly what Pops is saying, right?
Yeah.
Yes, because I got my sister into it.
Yeah.
Because she would like, every now and then dabble with the cigarette, and then I'm like, no, try a cigar. You're gonna enjoy it. She loves them now. My younger sister, Christine. Hi, Christine. And then it came to a thing.
Been here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then it came to a thing where her and I enjoyed them with my dad,
Yeah.
and that can't be topped. Because we can just sit back with my dad, and he would enjoy all the, nice cigars I'd bring him. And yeah, we would just sit back and talk and sing, and we
so
sing.
cool.
Yeah, so that.
What do you mean you sing? What do you sing?
We sing.
Sean says, "Wait,
Old country.
wait, you have a sister?"
Yeah, she's really
Yes,
good looking,
I do.
Sean.
Sean is Sean's over there raising his hand, going, I'm available."
She's single.
Nice. We'll hook that up. No worries.
Yeah.
Josh is saying Adrian got me on cigars.
I currently, yes, I have two sisters, but my younger sister, we're close, and she smokes with us.
We'll hook you up, Sean.
Well,
We got
Karen
you.
doesn't smoke, but she's another sister that you have in Florida.
Oh my gosh, she doesn't smoke
I know.
cigars.
She smokes cigarettes.
Okay.
Okay, well, she's out of the
Whatever,
She's out of
yeah.
the picture for now. We
Hello?
move- Frank, do you remember the first cigar we smoked together? I'm curious if he does. Josh says Adrian got me smoking cigars.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Josh?
Yes. Wait, is that Coburn?
No, Dowling.
Oh shit.
I didn't know that.
Oh.
I mean, that's awesome.
What was your
Okay,
aha
yeah.
moment?
Yeah.
The Monte Cristo number 2, outside of midlife with the chocolate milk. You remember that? We sat out there. I had
Was that when
chocolate
we were
milk.
all sitting there together?
We were all sitting there
Junior,
together.
Grandpa, we got
Yeah.
a picture. It's all the generations.
That was my cigar. That
Yeah.
was my aha moment. If I had to take one of, holy shit, like a pairing that works, we're sitting, we're hanging out, everyone is just happy as can be. You got little Derek. Derek was probably 5 years old. He was acting like he was smoking with a Lincoln log. I think that was it.
cool.
Now we've had many opportunities to have those ahas, but I
Yeah.
think that was a moment that you just can't forget. You're just sitting there, and there was nothing real special about it. We sat in shitty lawn chairs, we hung out outside, it was all good. But to have a Cuban Monte Cristo number 2 with chocolate milk, we sat outside, everything was good. I mean, that
What-
was
and-
cool.
But the one thing I'll never forget about that is Andrew's friend Jackson was sitting there with us, and he spits. His cigars make him just like drool down his face. So he has this. It looks like he just took a gallon of water and just dumped it on the concrete. It was just this pile of spit.
Yeah.
And we still have that picture.
Yeah.
And it's just. It looks like
Yeah.
he's just standing in a puddle.
Yeah, he like kind of smokes a cigar sitting up like this, so he can just he's like got his
Yeah.
spittoon.
Yeah, we know a few people like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goddamn disgusting.
There was one dude at the
Derby?
no, at the networking that doesn't suck, sitting right in front of us.
You spitting?
He had a cup.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sure you noticed. 'Cause
Yeah.
I did.
Yeah.
Oh, so some people just spit, like
There was
Dip.
a cigar lounge that we used to go here in this area before we were thrown out that had a fireplace, and there was a guy that would just spit in the fireplace, like distant shots into the fireplace.
Josh and I have a friend personal friend of ours that spits.
But why spit?
I think it's just they don't like that. I don't know. It's that maybe they.
I think
salivate.
once you start it too, I think once you start spitting after you salivate a little bit, it just like turns on the waterworks.
Oh,
spit it,
okay.
spit it, and then you get into the habit of it. Which I saw with the gentleman here, his name's Wesley. He comes in on Tuesdays. Awesome guy. but he came in and he would always just grab a solo cup and put a napkin in there and spit. But the past couple weeks, I've noticed he didn't.
It's probably the quality of cigars.
It must be.
It's gotta be.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so should we get her to question 2?
Yeah, let's move quick because my battery's about to die. I got 8%.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay, so question number 2 in the environment where people are going to judge who you are. 1 to 10 is Sasquatch. Where are you at on Sasquatch?
I believe that Sasquatch is like possibly he's there. I'm there. I'm there with it.
1 to 10, where are you at?
Like 8-ish, 9.
Nice.
Do you
Yeah.
know what you married?
Do you guys know each other?
No, we're like separate in a lot of things. That's cool.
Whoa.
What if he's interdimensional? You don't know.
No.
He can't-
That no.
Whatever.
That's
He can
out-
be.
That's out.
I think he's just part of the evolution. I just think he's one of the monkeys before the men. I mean, if there's
Modern monks.
if there's monkeys that are still in zoos that you can go see, and it turned into these guys, then how was there? Couldn't there be one that was on the way up?
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you're at 8. You're
That's-
9 on aliens.
And he's again
Yeah.
1 to 10. He's 0.
But you know what they say, opposites attract.
Yep. Okay. So let's go ahead and move to the
Thank you,
last
John.
one.
Okay.
Go ahead. And then I have a wrap up 4th that I think is going to bring them together. So
Well-
go ahead.
Well, we know
Okay.
where we're at on. We've already had this ghost conversation.
Where do you sit on the ghost?
Ghosts, as
I'm
in
there.
you could see it like it,
Yeah, I'm
it
there.
floats across,
Yeah.
and spirits. You're in on both.
Oh, spirits and ghosts are different. Oh shit.
Well, ghost is like one just floats across there, and we're like, what the hell's that? Didn't have legs, or it's floating. Or...
Ugh.
Ghosts have a physical apparition.
Ugh. Okay, so ghosts would be like 6. Spirits would be like 9.
Any experiences?
Yes.
Really?
Fire.
Yes.
Fire.
Fire. We need the
Okay.
experience.
Okay. So my sister passed away, and I felt her sit on my bed and say, "It's okay. Tell mom it's okay." So that's where I got that. Yeah. And I felt it, and I had to tell her, and I felt bad telling my mom because I didn't want her to, be upset about it. I'm like, but I really need to tell you something. She said, "It's okay."
All right.
Yeah,
I'm with
you.
and I know
I'm with you.
I know these
I
guys are
appreciate
both
that.
Yeah.
hard zeros on mediums, but there was an interesting comment that a medium made for these spirits that come and make this kind of contact
Yeah.
is so that the mourning process will stop. And I'm not saying that it's going to come to a stop, but if you get this message that I'm okay, you feel okay. I can let go a little bit versus just hanging on, waiting for a sign, things like that.
It's weird
Sure,
how consistent
sure.
that message of "it's okay" or "I'm okay"
Yeah.
across everyone. Mm-hmm. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah, and I get it because and everyone who knows me should know. I get like apparition. I get feelings.
You're medium.
No, but I get feelings about people.
Medium rare.
Really?
Yeah.
I do.
I think
I do.
this goes back from when you initially first meet someone, right?
Excuse me. Yes, I can tell you if that's a good person or not a good person.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it
that's-
always happens. If people don't listen to me, eventually I'm like, I told you.
Before we started the
Yeah.
show, the conversation that we had,
Yeah. She
was
said
like,
it from the beginning.
This guy's like, no good.
Yeah. That's
Yes. So I do believe in that.
mhm.
Yeah.
being
And
able to
sometimes I'm like,
connect with
"That's
someone.
a
Yes.
good guy. We had a good conversation. He's good." And she's like, "No."
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
trust
that
her.
guy. Yeah. Yeah.
I always
I'm
get
like, "All right,
feelings.
Okay, I get
Because
it.
there's energy that goes with people. Everyone
Yeah.
has different energy.
Yeah.
And I feel energy. And I feel emotions too.
So you're on the other side of the spectrum.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the 4th is how do you take your steak?
Medium rare.
Okay, so
I tired of that.
Yeah.
that one we saw. They kind of
Yeah, I just wanted to bring it back.
Okay, so here's and he's running low on
Yeah,
juice. So
we're at 5%. So if
okay,
it
so
shuts off,
here's
just go home.
here is the number
4.
5 is what is your spirit animal?
Yeah. And I have a backstory to
Hang
that
on.
too. Yeah.
Oh, so she has an answer to this, and you know.
I
the
don't
answer.
know, but
My
Go ahead,
spirit
go ahead.
animal would be a gorilla.
A gorilla.
Yep.
Huh.
that makes sense.
Why does that make sense to you?
She loves gorillas. Every time I see a video or something having to do with the gorilla, she connects with just like the spirit of the animal for sure.
Sasquatch makes sense.
Do you know
Because they're
what?
strong.
So
They're
what
strong.
what's Ale's spirit animal? See how well you know your spouse.
Come back to me.
You know what Begley's is?
What?
A dog.
She's never told me this,
That one went
but I could tell you when we first met, frogs.
Yeah, frogs.
Okay.
Really?
Why?
For sure.
But why
frogs.
frog?
I don't know. I just remember when we first started talking, she just had this fascination for frogs. So I went to the multiple stores and I bought everything that was a frog.
Yeah.
Glass frogs and all these different ones, but like that green, funky green, tree climbing monkey. No,
Monkey frog.
monkey frog, monkey shaped frogs. You got me on the gorilla thing. But yeah, I don't know if that's her spirit animal. I think obviously she's a dog. I mean, she is a dog reincarnated into a person.
Okay, what do you think yours is before we die?
It's a gorilla.
It is a gorilla.
Yeah.
Why do you say that?
Because they're amazing. They're amazing and they're strong. You look at them and you're like, oh shit. But then they're very kind and soft and gentle.
So they rip your
And
face
they're,
off.
agree with that.
and they're smart.
And they're smart. I agree with. I could see that.
Yeah.
I could see that.
Yes. And it's
But you
big-
have like this. You have even how you're kind of sitting right now is like right there. It's like kind of. This is. I'm cool.
She does
I'm
kind
relaxed,
of. I
but-
notice that she drags her knuckles on the ground
A
when she
little
walks
bit.
in.
Little
Yeah.
bit. No.
Yeah.
I agree.
gorilla.
So the backstory, we've been talking about the whole spirit animal thing. I went online and I was like, is there something that tells you what your spirit animal is? There is some website. I took this test and it asks you questions, right? This or that, this or that, this or that. I went through the whole
Gosh.
fucking thing like 5 minutes later and I'm like,
Mouse.
sweet. Fucking butterfly.
Butterfly.
Fuck this shit.
Aww.
I didn't
Oh,
want-
that's
I didn't even
cute.
want to read why. I was like, no.
He's a
fuck that.
butterfly.
That's
Favorite
adorable.
subject in school?
No.
How about none? Okay.
Lunch.
History.
Chicks,
Mine was lunch.
Chicks.
girls.
Lunch
Yeah.
and gym. That was my
Free
two favorites.
credits. That's what I take.
History.
Okay.
Nerd.
We're about to die. I don't want to kill this for everybody, but I'm going to.
Okay. Kill it.
This was one of my favorites ever.
Yeah.
It was
This
awesome.
great.
It's fun.
Everyone, thank you for joining us for Cigar Talk
And
Live.
thanks for all the comments. There are a ton of comments, and we're sorry we missed some of these. But
Yeah.
we're going to do this
Kick
again
ass.
next week.
We will join you next week, 8 o'clock, and that's
Between
it.
now and then, you got your.
Will you sign us off?
You've got.
I don't know how. See you next Tuesday.
Oh shit.
Oh! See you next Tuesday.
You cunts.
You're a bunch of cunts. Thanks for joining.
Oh, that's awesome. Oh, well played.
Oh, wow.
That was good. We had good traction the whole time through.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
There were a ton of people on that.
Yeah, there was.
There was.
Awesome.
I've told you that in the past. Anytime we have a female,
Oh,
Yeah.
we usually
next
go
time
out.
I'll wear like a low cut
See you
shirt
next week.
or
I don't think
something.
it even matters.
Okay.
I don't know.
Alright.
But it wouldn't hurt.
Yeah, I mean, you do it.
You bastards, you like con me into this.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's how this show works.
I was
I didn't know
okay.
until I got in here, and they just said, go in and tell Kathleen she's on the show.
No, I need to like focus in. That was good. I
That's
did.
almost 160 comments
Nice.
without asking. That was solid. That was really good.
Hey, next time let me know and I'll have all sorts of stuff.
No, we gotta keep it surprise.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You gotta have this the element of surprise.